remember me at 19 in college, I shouldn't have been there because I was just wasting time. I found what I wanted to do at 21, and that's why I left college. But
yeah, and you'd be getting, 4 years in the military, or you know what you just said, there's a ton of valuable experience there too.
And
so,
AmeriCorps.
Think about things.
And AmeriCorps. If you're not a military person, AmeriCorps. I'm all for that. And I'm all for my tax dollars paying for people to go to school. I have no problem with that at all because I know it benefits me.
Yeah.
An educated populace truly benefits me.
I think there's a lot of value in having a lot of growth is going to happen in those first 4 years after high school. And I think that it's not always, I'm case in point. I jumped into a degree that the degree that I got, my goal was not to be a Parks and Recs director. When I signed up for it, I wanted to work for the Forest Service or Game and Fish. And I got bad advice by a school counselor that said that this degree would work for that. And I was like, okay, that's the only person I talked to though. I should have gone and talked to multiple people. Like I figured out in my first 2 years that I was in the wrong degree, but I was 2 years into it. And I was like, whatever. I like Parks and Rec too. I'll just, anyways, the point I was going to say is I think those 4 years after high school would be valuable time to decide really what you want to do in life. And then, so if you started school at that point, you're going to do it with a more targeted mindset.
I agree.
So I don't think that's a bad idea.
Yeah.
Something like that. I think it's smart and a lot of times, in our culture in Thatcher, Thatcher, Safford, Gila Valley, there's a lot of kids that go on missions right after high school.
Right.
I think that's valuable too, because in those 2 years, they're figuring out, hopefully are able to figure out what they want to do and then start the process when they get back.
I agree. Unfortunately, they don't get money for school.
Right.
Yeah.
That's a whole other issue.
But yeah, I agree. I think if I had gone to school when I was 22 instead of 18, I definitely have my degree right now because I know what I want to do.
Yeah. I would have a completely different degree, but I'll never say that it's not valuable to get a degree.
I just think the whole college experience, going to a place you're not familiar with, seeing people you've never seen before, and learning how to navigate socially is valuable beyond measure, because that's what you have to do when you're an adult.
Absolutely.
Unless you live in the Gila Valley where everybody is all the same.
I absolutely agree with that.
Yeah.